What is going on, guys? Hey, today what I'm going to do is I'm breaking down a company and how they can grow their landscaping business. I picked a company in a location and I'm going to go over their website, their Google business profile, their reviews, kind of my three-step system there, and how they can move up and show up in front of more customers who are online looking for their services. This is going to directly impact you guys that are watching the video as well. You're going to be able to take these tips, these tricks, apply them to your own business if you want. But I do get it if you're like, dude, I just don't have the time to do that. If at the end of the video, you can go below, click the link in the description and fill out the form. We'll connect. We'll see if there's anything I can even help you with at this time, right? So without wasting any more time, let's jump into the video. Okay, here we are, hopped onto Google, typed in landscaping, Yuba City, California, population of around 70,000, but I think that's about a 5-year-old census. So, you could probably figure that over 100K population. We got some search volume of around 320 a month, which is actually really, that's pretty good. That's pretty high. So just from my experience, I would guess that most of these companies sitting at the top right here are probably getting in peak season, spring, summer, probably averaging easily 150, 170, maybe even 200 calls a month just from being at the top for, Yuba City, and if they're in any other locations as well. So quite a bit of call volume that's going to be coming through something, that I think even to this day, a lot of landscapers maybe are not focusing on, or they don't really see the value in. You can be getting a lot of work through Google, guys. Okay. I mean, this is a gold mine if you know what you're doing. So what I ended up doing is going into the Google profile, Google business profile listings here. And I just wanted to scroll down and I found these guys, Greenview Landscaping. And so I think what we'll do first is we will go over to their website, since that is one of the first parts of my three-step system is, having a good looking, although that's not always the most important, but a good looking, super well optimized website. Okay. And so the first thing I am seeing here looking at their website that I like, let's kind of go over some pros here. They have their number at the top. Okay, they got 2 different numbers there. It looks like only one of them is a click to call. Unfortunately, that one needs to be a click to call as well. I'm not sure if maybe this is a landline and then a cell phone or what, but they do have a call today, a click to call button right here at the top as well. Awesome. I really like that. Okay. The main thing that I am seeing is that they are targeting, Yuba Sutter area, which is completely fine, but you are getting good volume for Yuba City, California, Yuba City, CA. So what I would ideally like to see is this just be very basic in saying landscaping services in Yuba City, California, or professional or expert landscaping services, whatever you want to say. I want it to really target just Yuba City, and then you can start targeting other areas with sub pages for specific locations. Okay. And so let's real quick see, that needs to be an H1 tag, and it looks like it already is. So that's actually pretty good. But I would definitely be changing what this is targeting, right? And so again, I would just say expert landscaping services, in Yuba City, California, or even better, expert landscaping in Yuba City, California. Keep it very basic. Keep it an H1 tag. For those of you out there who don't know what an H1 tag is, when Google's spiders, bots, whatever you want to call them, are crawling a page, they're not seeing it like this. They're seeing it with a lot of markup and text. So the H1 tells them that this is the most important thing on the page. This is giving Google an idea, what is this page about? So it's very important that you put your keyword directly into an H1 tag. So you give them, some type of reference to go off of what is this page about. Now on the page, you only want to have one H1 tag. So this get in touch doesn't even, you need to get rid of that. That does not need to be an H1 tag. Make it like an H3 or even, not any type of heading tag at all. Your H2 here, get your free quote today. It's nice, but what I would be looking at is some type of variation of landscaping services in, Yuba City, California. So whether you want to say, your Yuba City landscaper, right? So it's a variation of landscaping services in Yuba City, California. That's what I'm always looking for in an H2 tag, some type of variation of the main keyword. And so, after your heading in here, I would come down, below somewhere here, and you want to have your H2 talking about, your Yuba City landscaper, or whatever it needs to be, some type of H2 that has a variation of the keyword. Overall, I think the site, there is a lot to be desired here. I think the layout needs a lot of work. You do want to have a nice hero image at the top here, your H1. You want to make it very clean, very easy to say call today. Things are just kind of a little bit misplaced. And then what I usually like to do is see something where we scroll down and we introduce the business, maybe even a picture of the owner. And, not that has to be a requirement, but we need to have more text on the page, right? Google wants to see some content on the page. We want to talk about landscaping services in Yuba City. Maybe you want to briefly touch on some sub-services that you offer, whether that's, lawn care, or hard paving, hardscaping, or whatever you're offering, briefly touch on those, right? So we would do something like that right in here. We'd have an introduction. We'd briefly maybe talk about in context some of the services and link out to those services, which will be their own pages, which I'll get to in a minute. And then we continue to move down. And so you got a nice get your free quote today, which is fine. That's, another call to action right there. That could be a next section. And then you continue to scroll down here and you have your services, which is great, right? So what I would be doing is doing keyword research on what exactly are people looking for in Yuba City, okay? And I don't have time to go into super in-depth keyword research for this, but you'd be going to Google, you'd be looking at different tools, etc., that are going to give you ideas of maybe people aren't really typing in sprinkler systems, but they're looking up sprinkler repair in Yuba City, right? You've got lawn maintenance, you got gutter cleaning. So you would definitely want to do some research on the different services that you offer and directly what are people, typing into Google looking for these services. And there's a lot of different ways that you can do that. I can't get into that right now, but the next thing you would really want to be doing is these need to be individual pages, okay? So it's fine that you're talking about your services right here. That's actually great. But these now need to link into their own pages that talk about, let's just say people are looking for sprinkler repair in Yuba City. You need to have a page that, again, does the same thing with an H1 tag talking about sprinkler repair, Yuba City, California. And then you have content talking about sprinkler repair in Yuba City, etc. Okay, and that's going to go for each one of your service pages. You're building out a deep website that Google, loves to see. It's giving people a lot of content, a lot of information about your business and about your services. So scrolling down here, okay, yep, you've got some nice you've got some images of your work here, which is amazing, okay? These can be optimized as well with file names, with alt tags, with title text, just a lot of different things that you can do with images that will just increase the signals to Google that this is a company offering landscaping services in Yuba City, etc. So why choose Greenview Landscaping? Great. Have a little bit of tell them why they should choose you as their landscaper. Amazing. You've got some text here and then another get in touch. So, you know, the website is okay. I'm going to say this thing could be a lot, not only optimized, but the layout for conversions can be improved. It can be built upon, have a lot deeper with the services. And then you could even start targeting service pages as well. So, you know, other areas around there, around Yuba City. Okay. You could be targeting nearby cities that people are also looking for landscapers, and that is a dedicated page. So their website, pretty good. Okay, it's okay. It's better than nothing. If I had to rate it, I'm gonna say it's probably like a 3 out of 10. Okay, but at least there's a website. At least, you know, they do have some of the concepts, some of the things in here that you need, but I would say it's probably like a 3 out of 10. There is a lot of room to probably just overhaul and do a whole new site and really bang it out and do a really good job and get something that's going to start moving up, getting optimized, and help the Google business profile, which is the next thing we're going to talk about. So if I go back here and I look at Greenview Landscaping, their Google business profile, amazing. They've got photos of their work, which is good. That is always nice to see. You know, their profile is filled out, Yuba City and nearby areas that they serve. Awesome. Phone number, they've got, you know, their hours here. And, you know, landscaping, lawn care, concrete, irrigation, fencing, you know, probably a little bit more of a description there. You know, make it a little bit more personal and a little bit more inviting, right? So overall, it looks all right. I think the Google business profile could definitely be optimized quite a bit. Okay. You know, only 10 photos. I mean, I'm sure, you know, I think the last one, oh yeah, these were all put up about 5 months ago, has been the most recent. And then from them directly 7 months ago. So they can really be, I'm sure they're doing a lot more work than, you know, from 7 months ago. Be putting those photos in consistently, do a job on the job, be taking photos, doing videos, right? Having a mix of different types of media, because your Google business profile here is selling your business for you. It's pre-selling these people who are coming through and who aren't just going to pick up the phone and call, right? A lot of them are going to look through here and want to see what type of work do they do? How do their photos look? And so when they see that there haven't been any pictures up or anything from, you know, 7 months ago, it looks a little desolate, right? So I would be putting up more photos, even be putting up videos of the work you're doing, your crew as you're out. Maybe even if you feel comfortable, you know, you can turn the camera around on yourself and introduce yourself, talk about the job, kind of like a little bit of a selfie style. Start getting people to know you as maybe the business owner or a crew member or however it wants to be done. That way people put a face to the business, okay? And so the Google business profile, I would say there's quite a bit of room for improvement. But again, it's there. It's off to a good start. Now, the very last part of my system here are reviews. Reviews directly tie to the Google business profile, right? And again, the more reviews you have, the better signal you send to Google that your business is a quality business doing a good job, right? You have 4 reviews, 4 5-star reviews, which is great. But when you come over here and look at your competitors that are sitting at the top, you got these guys with 32, 4.3, these guys with 65, 5.0. Like, psychologically, when a customer is coming on and looking for landscaping in Yuba City, they're going to see the 3 sitting at the top, right? And they're going to automatically associate the people in this top spot, second spot, even the third spot as being the best. The ones with more reviews, higher reviews, are going to be even better, right? So you really need to start pushing reviews. And I do get people asking, how do you get more reviews? And it's simple. You just ask for them. Okay. That's one really easy way. It's a manual way of getting reviews, is just asking. A lot of customers as long as, they're happy with the work, are going to be happy to leave you a review. If you can push them to leave, mixed media type reviews. And by that, I mean, if they can put up photos with the review, if they felt comfortable putting up a video review for you, that's absolutely amazing, right? So one manual way, again, is just asking. And then you can get into even deeper ways of generating reviews kind of on autopilot with automation. So you can have, things set up where you complete a job, and if you're using a backend system, a backend type of software like Jobber or something like that, you can automatically have text messages sent out when a job is completed to push someone to leave a review at a specific link, right? And so if you go even a step further and incentivize for people to leave reviews, maybe if they leave you a review, you offer X amount off the job, right? Or however you want to do it. That's another way to really push for people, give them that extra little nudge like, hey, you're going to get a percentage off the job as long as you, at the end of it, can leave us a review. Okay. And so these are different ways that you can really start to pump up the reviews and, keep them going, whether you do it manually or you put systems in place to do it automatically. More reviews need to be built. And so with those three things, your website optimized and your Google business profile optimized and optimizing for reviews on Google, specifically in the beginning, getting reviews on Google, you're going to show Google that your business is one of the best in the area. And so there are a lot of other things as well. I don't have time to go into a lot of technical back-end things that you can do to help. All right, so I hope that helped everyone out there. I know a lot of information, but if you're just like, man, I'm just way too busy, I don't got time for this, and you want to potentially work together, go below in the description. There's a link, fill out the form, and we'll connect, and we'll see what you got already. Is there even a place in here for me to help you out and help you grow it even more? So hope you guys have a good one, and I'll check you in the next one.